Greetings and salutations. Another way to create an embedded bar chart uses Excel's recommended charts. When the user selects data on the worksheet and accesses the recommended chart feature, Excel evaluates what the user selected and offers some charts that the user might want to use to represent the data. Let's see how this works. 1. Select the data for the chart. In our example, let's select the cells A1 to D5. 2. On the ribbon, click the Insert tab. The Insert ribbon appears. 3. On the Insert ribbon, click Recommended Charts. The Insert Chart window appears with a list of recommended charts in the left pane of the window. 4. On the Insert Chart window, click the Clustered Bar Chart. You may need to scroll down the list of charts in order to find it. 5. Click the OK button. The bar chart appears on the worksheet. If the chart is blocking your view of the data set, point your mouse somewhere in the upper right-hand corner of the chart. Drag the mouse where you want the chart to appear. For this video, let's move the chart to the left so that the upper left-hand corner of the chart is near the upper left-hand corner of cell C10. Observe that the chart follows the pointer. Once the chart is in the position that you want, release the mouse button. 6. Click somewhere on the worksheet. Clicking the worksheet deselects the chart. For this video, let's click cell B14. Before we finish with this tutorial, there are a few things to observe about the chart. 1. The chart contains multiple categories: Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois. The chart also contains multiple data series: low-end desktops, mid-level desktops, and high-end desktops. 2. The categories on the category axis are the labels of the rows in the data set. Excel chooses these labels for the category axis because more rows of data were selected than columns of data. 3. Observe that the categories appear in reverse order than they appear on the worksheet, because Excel places the first category in the worksheet in the lowest position on the category axis on the chart. For example, Michigan appears in row 2 on the worksheet, above the other category names, but Excel places it lower than the other categories on the category axis. 4. The data series gets its labels from cells B1 to D1. In our example, cell C1 contains the data label Mid-Level Desktops. 5. The length of each of the bars on the chart corresponds to a value in one of the corresponding cells in the data set. For example, the bar representing the Mid-Level Desktop data series for the Ohio category, that is the orange bar, is getting its value from cell C3. 6. The way the data is selected has an impact on whether a recommended chart will offer a bar chart or not. Let's look at this assertion in more detail. First, let's look back at the previous demonstration. As you may recall, the cell range A1 through B3 was selected. Observe that more rows of data were selected than columns of data. Next, on the ribbon, click the Insert tab, and on the Insert ribbon, click Recommended Charts. Observe that Excel included a bar chart as one of the choices. Now, let's look at the situation where more columns of data are selected than rows of data. First, let's select the data for our chart. In this example, let's select the cells A1 to E2. Observe that more columns of data were selected than rows of data. 2. On the ribbon, click the Insert tab. The Insert ribbon appears, and on the Insert ribbon, click Recommended Charts. Observe that a list of recommended charts appears, but also notice that there is no bar chart option on the list. Since there is no bar chart to select, let's click Cancel. A general rule is that if the number of rows of data selected is greater than or equal to the number of columns of data selected, then Excel offers a clustered bar chart as one of the recommended charts. Otherwise, it will not offer the clustered bar chart as a recommended chart. This method of creating a bar chart is relatively easy, but really does not reduce the number of clicks necessary to create it. Also, remember the number of selected rows of data must be greater than or equal to the number of selected columns of data for the clustered bar chart to appear on the Insert Chart window. In addition, in my experience, individuals already have an idea of what type of chart they want to use to represent their data, and thus don't use this method very often. The next video looks at creating a bar chart using Excel's Quick Analysis feature. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Until the next video, best wishes.